That's absolute facts. For me, again, I will not take what Samson Deen is saying as a gospel. Just to reiterate what Sicho said. Look, when you look at the letter that the National Security wrote to the Sports Ministry and Foreign Ministry, was on 3rd July. This thing happened in April.
Yeah.
If a coach who is very well known to be affiliated with the Ghana Paralympic Committee has passed on, obviously, the committee would have known by now.
It should have been news.
They know. Now, why is it that basically about what? An hour and 30 minutes after the news came out on Saturday, then they are quick to suspend the 2 individuals.
Who they said they had nothing to do with the MPC.
You say you don't know them.
Yeah.
So how do you suspend them?
But how do you suspend them indefinitely? How do you ban somebody indefinitely?
Who are not members of your committee?
Who is not a member, who has no affiliation to you?
Which authority do you have?
Which authority do you have to do so?
Yeah. So but those two things, those two actions,
it just
they don't match. First, Samson Deen says those people who perpetrated that had nothing to do with the MPC. But there's a letter, Bernard, can you show us that? There's a letter of him suspending those very people. Yeah. In what capacity?
Exactly. And why does that have to come just a couple of hours or minutes after the news goes public? When at least the Sports Ministry, the Foreign Ministry, National Security had started looking into this matter about 3 weeks ago. For me, I'm not buying it. I'm not going to buy it. And this thing is, I agree with where he's coming from, where Ernest is coming from. You can't just produce a letterhead and the forged signature, and you go to an embassy, and they will look at a forged document or a fraudulent document and wave it off and say, okay, fine.
I'm quite sure they made some calls. I have applied for
it has to be legit.
Visas. Yeah. If there is one entity that does a lot of thorough analysis of applications, it is the Schengen state.
Exactly. You see, so it is not possible that those letters were forged. It is not. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it that the Norwegian embassy will first look at a letterhead that is forged
and then a
signature also that is forged, and then go ahead to grant 11 Schengen visas to Ghanaian individuals. No, I'm not buying it. This thing happens in movies. It is not real life. It is not possible.
There is something amiss.
There is something amiss. It came from a legit source, and we need to fish it out. It is not possible that these letters and these signatures did not come from the office of the Ghana Paralympic Committee. It is not possible. As for that one, I am not buying it today. I'm not buying it tomorrow. They need to go inside. And you see, again, when Samson Deen says he doesn't know the people, obviously, you know the people to oust them first of all, and then for them to also start giving interviews to try and clear themselves. So
whoever turn around and read paragraph 2 for me and what it says.
In a matter of utmost importance, the French embassy reached out to the MPC Ghana on 8 November 2022 concerning an issuance of a visa or concerning issuance of visas to your organization. The report states, I would like to inform you that this embassy issued visas for these 3 sportsmen, Efum Bernard Aka, Moza Francis, and Mensa Fredina, invited to a Paralympic competition in France in December 2021. The visas have been issued on condition that the 3 applicants report back to the embassy before 14 January 2022. This is a matter of great concern, and we are seeking your immediate attention.
So he's saying that when they apply for visas, the embassies always write to them and issue the visas on condition that the people come back. And they've cited an example from the French embassy. Now you go on to the MPC Ghana.
Even paragraph 3 again.
Yes.
A similar thing happens in 14th May 2024. We received verification note from the British High Commission Verification Unit regarding a visa request letter dated 4th May 2024 under the signature of Mr. Theodore M.K. Vivoto. This is the same person you banned, telling us that you have no association with him. Let's move on. Requesting for assistance in issuing visa for para-athletics for para-athletes to participate in the Waterside Half Marathon in Derry, UK, claimed as part of preparation towards the Paralympic Games stated for 28th August to 8th September 2024. So on both occasions, when the quote-unquote unscrupulous people went ahead of you to write to certain embassies, they wrote to you back.
Yes.
You can't tell me.
You have quoted that.
And you've quoted it. You can't tell me that
there
the
was
Norwegian
no correspondence from
the Norwegian. You
That's
can't
an
tell me that.
interesting one.
You can't tell me that.
That's an interesting one. And by the way, the 3 people suspended, their names are at the top there. DK, read their names for me.
Mr. Theodore Mauli Vivoton.
Yes.
Mr. NS Yao Isi.
And
then
the whole NSA Foundation. The very people the Ghana Paralympic Committee president says they have absolutely nothing to do with them.